time, folks. It's time for another exciting edition of Chris Talks. Today, I have an amazing presentation for you. I'm going to be talking about some new features as well as new applications in Windows 8.1. Our topics today are going to focus on Windows file history, the OneDrive, and last but not least, Netgear Genie desktop application. All of which I think could make your life a little bit easier and your overall experience with Windows 8.1 much more enjoyable. Previously, file history was known as backup and restore. It's not very user-friendly, and for the most part, setting it all up was very time-consuming, thus resulting in a less than 5% app adoption by all PC users. All file selections had to be set manually, which means you had to go in and select each and every file you wanted the program to back up. And the frequency of the backups was roughly about every 30 days, thus leaving a huge margin of error for PC crash and loss of data. File history changed all that. File history was made more user-friendly and self-automated, backing up your most crucial data, such as movies, music, pictures, documents, downloads, contacts, and browser favorites. It would also back up your desktop as well. It backed up these files regularly and constantly updating them without the user needing to check and make sure that the files were backed up. It could even create a temporary backup file and store it on your primary storage device when your backup drive was not connected. To sum up file history, Windows File History is a much more hassle-free way for users to ensure their most important files are backed up and restored and preserved. The fact that it pretty much runs autonomously without so much as the user batting an eyelash makes it one of the best backup options available to consumers. Gives users peace of mind and even creates a backup when backup devices are not connected. Next, I'm going to talk about the OneDrive. The OneDrive previously had very limited options to users. It had very little OS integration, and the user had next to no control over the program. It had no online editing of files, meaning you could only edit the files on your desktop. You couldn't use another computer, another tablet, or even your phone to edit the files you had stored on there. It also forced you to store your files on your PC and the cloud, thus creating what I call a storage redundancy, and sort of making the purpose of cloud storage a bit pointless in this case. Windows 8.1 changed all that. Enhancements included full user control, giving the user the ability to force a sync, pause the sync, and gave you control over storage space, gave you the ability to go in the file directory folder of OneDrive or go automatically to the website. It also eliminated the forced choice of storing your files both on your computer and the cloud. Users can now set what's called online only, and that eliminates the storage space required on your physical disk drive. The only downside to that is that you would have to have internet connection whenever you wanted to access those files. Another great thing about the enhancements of the OneDrive is the plethora of desktop, mobile, and tablet-based apps that now have seamless integration with the OneDrive. To sum up the OneDrive, is a free integrated cloud storage with Windows 8.1, gives you real-time access to your files whenever and wherever you need them. It also means never having to worry about whether you remembered to save a file again. OneDrive files auto-update while you work on them. It also gives you the ability to edit documents even if you forgot your PC or laptop at home. And finally, we're going to talk about the Netgear Genie. Netgear Genie is an application brought to you by Netgear used to help maintain their routers. It's a user-friendly application for those of you who are beginner novices. It gives you an easy way to configure and program your router upon taking it out of the box. This means no longer having to go online and going into the web-based OS for router programming. It provides an easy way to interpret the overview and status of your network as well. When you open the program, it gives you the health of your network, and it tells you if you're connected. It also tells you if you're connected to the internet. For more advanced users like myself, it allows you to monitor traffic, access guest networks, change the network channel, access network-based storage and set up how that gets controlled. It allows you to do things like create filters, change whether the SSID is broadcasted, and it also allows you to set up AirPrint, which is pretty great if you want to print directly from your mobile phone. To sum up Netgear Genie, it allows more advanced users the option to program such things as guest networks, AirPrint, ReadyShare, which is Netgear's version of network storage, more advanced encryption, whitelist, device and web page filters, also MAC address filters. It allows users to provide network devices nicknames so you can distinguish the devices and check and make sure there are no unauthorized devices on your program. It gives users the ability to also update the firmware directly within the menu without having to download a file and go to the web and update the router that way. And one great feature about Netgear Genie, it offers a mobile companion app that allows you to monitor your network, access, and maintain things right from your phone or tablet. To sum up today's presentation, Windows File History, user-friendly way to back up precious data, and also allows for automated backup and restoration of said files. The OneDrive, a storage accessible anywhere around the world, edit files both on and offline, and it also now has full OS integration. And the Netgear Genie is a user-friendly way to set up and monitor Netgear routers, and is also an excellent way for router maintenance and management. Today's Chris Talks was brought to you by Christopher McDuff and part of NOS 110. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed my presentation, and I hope it gave you a little bit of insight into some things you can do with Windows 8.1. So hopefully when you finish with this presentation, you'll go out and hopefully this will have led to helping you enhance your experience with Windows 8.1. Thank you folks and have a nice evening. Chris Talks signing off.